Hello everyone, Joe March here, and as many of you know, I have a published novel, The History of Dacheldor, available on DriveThruRPG, as well as a role-playing game based on that novel, Realms of the Ancients, available on DriveThruRPG. But what some of you may not realize is that I do an audio version of the novel, The History of Dacheldor, on another channel called the Realms of the Ancients channel, link in the description below. If you're interested in hearing an audio version of this book, The History of Dacheldor, we are now halfway through the book. I've been doing 10-minute segments every week, 10-minute-ish. Some of them are 6 or 7, some of them are 12, 13. They average out to about 10 minutes apiece. We are at the 26th now, and why is that significant? Well, it's because we just finished what's called Book 2. So within this are 4 different sections, which I called 4 books, just to be confusing. We finished Book 1 2 months ago, I think it was, and I did a video like this saying, hey, if you want to hear all of Book 1 now in audio format, jump over to the Realms of the Ancients channel. You can hear it all for free there. There's also a playlist in the description below if you just want to go straight to it and hear it there. Subscribe over there if you want to get updates as to when each section comes out. Now, Book 2 is also finished, so you can hear the first 2 books out of the 4 books in this book. Man, that sounded confusing. You can basically hear the first 2 sections out of the 4 sections in this book. This is also significant because each section is written as if it's its own story. So it's basically 2 stories about the life of Dacheldor, back to back, over the course of, I believe it's 26 audio recordings, about 4 hours of content. You can just go and listen to that right now for free. If you like it, pick up the book at DriveThruRPG, and get the other 2 sections you can read right away. Or just wait, subscribe to the Realms of the Ancients channel, and listen to the other sections when they come out. That sounds awesome. Another interesting thing about finishing Book 2 is that for the longest time, I was only going to have Book 1 and Book 2. They weren't even going to be separate, it was just going to be one big thing. But where Book 2 ends is where I was originally planning to end this story. But that was before I planned to turn the story into a role-playing game. So the stuff past Book 2 starts to move it into the world setting as the role-playing game and starts to change some things up. And I think in the long run, adding Book 3 and 4 actually made the full story much better. But if you want to hear the original story that I had originally envisioned when I didn't try to pair it to a role-playing game, Book 1 and Book 2 is it. Where it ends on Part 26, which just got posted today in the Realms of the Ancients channel on audio format, if you want to listen to it as an audio, that is where the story originally in my mind as I had envisioned it was going to end. So if you just want to hear the story that I had originally envisioned, that was more or less the inner workings of my soul spilled out onto the page, it's all up there now. If you want to see how it evolved beyond that into something that my friends all got engaged in and that my experiences in the world kind of built to make a bigger, grander world, that's coming. That's going to be Book 3, Book 4. That's where it's going from here. So check out Book 1, Book 2 if you're interested. I think you're going to love it. You'll get to see exactly what I had planned this all out to be. Subscribe if you love it, if you want to see what happens with Book 3, Book 4, all that good stuff. I can't stress enough, if you like the type of philosophy that I talk about sometimes on this channel, and you like the character Dacheldor, you're going to love this. I mean, well, maybe not. Some people, it's not for them. I wrote it as kind of a history as opposed to as a narrative where you have people talking this way and that way. But if you're the type of person who consumes books quickly and is used to reading things like occult literature and stuff, this is going to be easy to read, and it's going to feel like you're reading mythology. If you like mythology, and you like my stuff, and you like the character Dacheldor, just go over there and listen to a few chapters, man. You're going to like it. Have I sold it well enough? Will any new subscribers show up? Honestly, subscribe or not, I just like that more people than I have met personally have read the story. In fact, I've already had enough people listen to the story or comment on it or read it that I know and don't know to make me feel like writing it was worth my time. But the more who do, the more I feel like I've shared a part of myself that's more intimate than anything I can put up on YouTube. Again, don't feel obligated to buy a copy just to support me. That's what my Patreon's for. And speaking of my Patreon, special shout out to my Circle of Magi. Man, I have a lot of different income streams. It's almost like I came up with a bunch of different ways for money to come in case I did a money spell. No, wait. Let's not get into the occult in this video. That's not what this is about. But I thought you didn't practice the occult. Doesn't mean I didn't learn the good lessons from it. So, audio version of Book 1 and Book 2, now available on Realms of the Ancients channel. Link in the description below. Link to a playlist below. Link to where to buy the book if you want a hard copy below. Link to where to buy the role-playing game if you want a hard copy below. Link to the Patreon if you want to join that below. Am I done selling my merch? I'm not sure. Probably not. I'll probably do another one of these when I finish Book 3 in audio format. Now for an announcement unrelated to Realms of the Ancients. When I first started this new channel, I was doing one video a week. And when I did my old channel, I used to do one video a week the whole time until it got kind of weird and I was doing less than one a week. So for almost my entire YouTube career, I've done one video a week. But somewhere around October, November, I switched it up to 2 videos a week because I had a bunch of content that was archive content that I wanted to bring in. And I thought oh, well, I don't want that to count as my video. So I started doing 2 that way. And then I caught up with that, but I was I got so many ideas. I just kept doing 2, but I was recording 2. And I never planned to have that just be what I did. I didn't plan to just do 2 videos a week forever. I thought, I'll do this for a month or 2, build up my catalog a little more, then maybe some people will be able to find me. It's been 6 months I've been doing 2 videos a week. That was not the plan. So I'm going to switch to 1 a week, primarily because I've noticed over the past 3 weeks, or more or less over the course of this whole quarantine time period, I don't have as much time to do videos. And I've been finding that I'm still doing 1 really solid video a week, and then 1 3-minute video where I throw my dog in front of the camera or something. Now maybe people like that, I don't know, but I feel like I'm not really giving the concentration to both videos that warrant there being 2 videos. I feel like 1 solid video a week is probably better than a solid video and a halfway video, or potentially 2 halfway videos. I think we should have 1 good video every week, and that's what I'm trying to devote to here. Also, I'm doing stuff for my Patreon, but that's really not interfering with it. That stuff is really stuff that I just really heartfelt want to do, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to make the time for that anyway. So I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, you started the Patreon and now you don't have time to do 2 videos a week. It's well, I only do 2 videos a month that are Patreon specific in the first place. So that's not every week. I just am starting to notice that I've been doing these 2 videos a week for this channel and a video a week over at the Realms of the Ancients channel because I'm doing a part of this story every Monday on the Realms of the Ancients channel. So my thought going forward, not this week because this will be my Monday video and then I'll have a Thursday video as I usually do, but for the weeks after this, I'm going to go to 1 video a week on Thursday. However, I am still doing 1 video a week for the Realms of the Ancients. So if you're someone who misses seeing me twice, then subscribe to the Realms of the Ancients channel. Get your Monday video there, listening to a chapter. Well, it's not really a chapter, but a part. And then get your Thursday video here with all the crazy action you've come to love. Why did I just do that? I thought it was cool. Some people might think it's old man stupid. Some people might think it's immature behavior. Who cares? Well, I apparently care because I just brought it up. We've talked about this before. I don't want to get down this rabbit hole. All the people of this channel have been really great to me. You've helped me to feel like even though I've shifted my views and beliefs, we still have a connection. We can still talk about things here. I love that. You guys are great. Thanks to everyone here. And again, if fiction is something you're interested in, if you like both my weird philosophical stuff and the character Dacheldor, you will like this. Honestly speaking, all trying to sell merch aside, if you don't like the character Dacheldor, or you don't like my philosophical occulty type videos that I talk about sometimes, you probably won't like this book. So don't even bother. But, if you do like both those things, give it an honest try. Give it 3 parts and see if you're hooked. That's all I'm asking. What better time to listen to the audio of this book than right now while we're all stuck at home? This is about as good as I can do as a sales job. Guys, if this did not sell you on it, I'll try again after part 3 is done. Once again, love you all. Thanks for all the support. And until next time, safe travels.